Hey YouTube, get your handkerchief ready. Be prepared to shed some tears because this is some beautiful posing.
Ed Corney, a 44-year-old nightclub owner, originally from Hawaii. He is Franco's chief competition in the under 200-pound class. You believe that? I mean, that's what I call posing.
Hey guys, it's the Tominator here. So if you're not already aware, the clip we just watched was of Ed Corney in the movie Pumping Iron, and believe it or not, many people consider Ed to be the best poser of all time. So what made him so great exactly, aside from the fact that Arnold himself just said so? I mean, that should carry a lot of weight in and of itself right there, but I'll tell you. First, he really mastered the transitions. Ed was able to move seamlessly between poses, and he was probably the first bodybuilder to ever really be so meticulous in his attention to detail. So he was extremely professional in his presentation because he never relaxed while on stage, but he was always in complete and total control of his body at all times. And the other thing you'll notice is that he tends to pose quite slowly and dramatically and hold each pose for a long time, relatively speaking, which, it's good because it gives you a chance to really examine his physique and take it all in. Unlike a lot of modern-day bodybuilders who dance around or flash between poses so quickly sometimes it's like almost too fast to even tell what's going on, it seems, Ed took time for each and every pose. He was literally like a Greek statue come to life. And, it has to be said that even though he never had the most impressive physique, even by the standards of his day, because there was numerous bodybuilders who looked more outstanding than Corny, but through his masterful skill of posing, he was really able to maximize his potential and make himself look better than he really was. So let's take a look at a couple other clips that are a little longer just to showcase what I'm talking about here. Unfortunately, the only footage I could find was from when he was older, like over 50, because the thing is that he only started his bodybuilding career at the age of 33, so even by the time the movie Pumping Iron was out, so that footage was from 1975, Mr. Olympia. I don't know if you caught that, but they said he was already 44 years old there, so needless to say, these clips are not from Corny in his prime, but nonetheless, we're talking about the art of posing here. Not so much strictly about the physique itself. So in that sense, I think that these clips are good enough to let you get a sense of what made him so great as a poser. So let's check it out. Yeah, so this first one here, I believe he was already around the age of 51. So definitely past his prime. He was known for, his classical posing. He's an old school guy, right? So don't expect to see any kind of crazy dance moves or break dancing or anything like that. It's nothing you haven't seen before. It's just that he did it much better than most in terms of his fluidity and, the dramaticness of his posing. Every pose, he really hits it, you know what I mean? Like, he doesn't half-ass his posing. And he's just so smooth, moving in between the poses. Yeah, there's just a short little clip of him, but I got another one lined up for you. So, I'm not even exactly sure what year this was from or how old he was. I believe he was over the age of 60 here. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. Let me know in the comments if you know, because I wasn't able to find that information on the videos itself. And yeah, unfortunately, like I said, his physique was never the most impressive, even in his heyday, and here he's well past his prime, obviously, right? But so don't expect to have your mind blown by anything you see here necessarily, like certainly not his physique, but even his posing is just very slow and classical. It's nothing crazy, but it's just this is like art though. You know what I'm saying? This isn't like a real this isn't the most entertaining routine you'll ever see, but it's certainly it's got to be among the most artistic. His choice of music is very like slow and sultry, so you wouldn't really expect him to be like busting a move out here to this tune, would you say? Just look at the grace in which he transitions into poses like that right there. That's really what made him so great. I wouldn't call him the most entertaining poser, but I would certainly place him amongst the most graceful, the most kind of artistic among the classical old school posers. And man, like, don't get it twisted, man. Like, he might not have the most impressive physique, but for a senior citizen, who wouldn't want to look like this if they're like 60 plus, you know? This is incredible. Man, the routine is like, dare I say, it's almost sensual. I was reading in the comments below the video, and one of the, somebody said, like, I think I just turned gay. And it was upvoted a bunch of times. I'm like, yeah, man, it's like, stop trying to seduce me, Corny. That stare. Yeah, it is a shame. I wish I could have found some footage of him more in his prime. But, you know, this series is it's about the best posers. And I think that these clips give you enough sense to show why he's on that list of the best posers of all time, right? Very artistic. There's a couple other guys from the 70s that I'm going to showcase as well. And I'm sure you can probably guess who I'm talking about, but I'm not going to spoil anything just yet. And they also pose, and they hit some very artistic poses similar to this right here. That, you know, guys today just frankly can't pull off, you know, with their thick waists and distended bellies and everything, right? So some of these poses, you know, a lot of this classical posing is just kind of a lost art. It's unfortunate. I'd like to see more of it, but he really chose like some powerful music, right? So that's Ed Corney. Yeah, so like I said, maybe not as entertaining as the guy that I just showed you in Melvin Anthony or you know, guys today like Kai Green. But you got to appreciate, this is what they mean when they say bodybuilding is an art, guys, right? So you got to appreciate this guy, especially for the way that he paved the road for other superstars, like even guys like Arnold. He was around the same time, but guys like Bob Paris, I believe, kind of took some of his moves and stuff like that. And many of the best posers cited him as their inspiration, right? So he's got to make the list. Best posers of all time, Ed Corney. Thanks for watching, guys. This has been the Tominator, just a short video, but I'll get back to you with another one soon. So stay tuned for more. I'll be back.